today, as I was thinking about what to share with you on today's episode, it occurred to me that I wanted to keep it really simple today, and I just want to share some tips with you on how to build your savings account. That's it. Like, we're stripping everything back, and right now, today, we're going to talk about growing your savings account and whether that looks like $500 in your savings, $5,000 in your savings, whatever that looks like to you, you're going to be able to implement these tips no matter what your savings goal is. Okay, so I'm going to dive right into it. So here you are. This is my gift to you, 3 tips on building your savings. The first thing and the most important thing, okay, even if you have to back this up and listen to it again, this is the most important thing right here. You must believe you're worthy and capable of having a savings account. You have to believe that, because if you don't even have that belief or that faith or that, a feeling of that it's possible for you, it will never ever happen. This is really important. So if you grew up in an environment where people didn't have money, or your parents never saved, or whatever the case may be, you might find yourself repeating that pattern, right? And it's not serving you, because you're like, I want to have a savings, I'm here for it, but you don't have that belief, because that is almost like it's foreign to you. Like, logically, but yeah, people have a savings account, but in your subconscious, your brain is programmed from years of experience and encounters and beliefs and everything that has made you the person you are today to not have a savings if you've been around that pattern. So, the first thing we need to do is break the pattern. And how you do that is by really, really intentionally reminding yourself that you are capable, you are worthy, you are equipped. If you don't know how, you can find the answer. You are smart. You were created in God's image. And here's probably the most important thing that I need you to remember. If you still feel like a savings account is for other people and it's not for you, then what I want you to do is to lean into faith. Lean into faith, because you might not think that you're capable or you're worthy or whatever the thing may be, but I have a hunch that you're not doubting God's capabilities, and you're not doubting His divine intervention on whether or not this could be possible for you, right? And so when you feel a lack in an area of your life, or an unbelief, or like there's a disconnect between the person you are right now and the person you want to be, and you're like, I don't know how to get there because I really don't fully believe yet that I am this person that operates in a way a person operates with the savings account. So if you have this gap and you don't know how to bridge the gap, that's how you do it with God. Let Him be the bridge for you. Okay? So you must have this belief that you're worthy and you're capable of having a savings. He has what it takes if you feel like you're lacking in that area. Okay? He has what it takes. Okay. Tip 2 is track your spending or cut something so you can grow your savings. So what does that mean? What I mean is, like, if you are paying $12 a month for Spotify and you're spending $10 a week on coffee, if you just took that, that is $52 a month that you could be putting away in your savings. And I know that you might be thinking, well, that's only $52 a month. That's not going to make that much of a difference. Here's the thing. 2 things I want you to understand. It makes a difference when you do it over time. Because if you tucked away $52 a month from now, it is June 23rd, till Christmas, you'll have $312. What would an extra $312 do for your holiday? That could be huge for you. right? And the other thing that we oftentimes forget is it's not always like the saving the $52. But what it is more about is creating that habit of saving. I'm saving, I'm saving. So right now it might be $52. But if you bump that up, $10 next month, and then $10 again the month after that, you are creating this habit that you can build upon and it snowballs and you create momentum and you listen, this gets good and this is magic. Magic. So whether you start with $52 or $2 or $22, get in the habit of saving. Because if you don't start there, you'll never get there. You'll never have a savings if you don't start saving somewhere, right? Another really, 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 really important thing, another tip is that you want to get clear on why it's important to you to have a savings account. Why is that important to you? Is it because it's going to relieve some stress? Is it because you're going to see the savings grow and it's also going to build your confidence and grow your confidence? Is it because you know that right now, if you had an emergency, if something conked out on the car, if your furnace went out, if you had a medical expense, you have no idea what you would do? Or you'd have to put it on the credit card again or borrow from your parents or a friend. And like that feels icky. And if you're listening to this, I know you feel that way. I know that that feels icky to you because women who are listening to my podcast are empowered and confident and crave freedom and independence. And you don't want to have to be tethered to someone else covering your emergency, right? So get clear on why it's important to you to have a savings. Now, if you already have an emergency fund and you want to create another savings, just name that. Are you saving for vacation? Is it for the kids' college? Are you saving for a different car in a couple years? Like, what is the thing that you're saving for? Because if you don't have that stash of cash labeled for something, it won't stick around. It won't stick around because it'll just like there's no purpose for it. It's just kind of like floating out here. So you're just like, well, I'll just take it from my savings. Your girlfriend wants to go, shopping and out for coffee and lunch, and you're like, okay, I'll just take it from my savings. And that will happen again and again, and then you won't have any savings. But when it's earmarked for something, there's a different feeling around that money. Okay? Here's our next tip. Automate the savings into an account that is not connected with your current bank. So what I mean is like get an account, a savings account at a bank that only holds that savings account. And the reason why this is so important is because when your savings account is at a separate bank, you cannot just jump on the banking app and transfer the money from your savings to your checking because it's at a different bank, right? It's disconnected. It's still accessible. There's just another barrier or hoop, if you want to call it, for you to go through to get the money. This is like a freaking hack because I don't know about you, but I used to save, but it would be so easy for me just to open my banking app and be like, oh my gosh, we have $300 in the savings. Great. I'm just going to take 60 so my husband and I can go out to dinner. No. No, 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 you'll regret that, and that's not helping you with your big goal. So have it at a different bank, okay? That's like a hack. Savings account hack. Have it at a separate bank so it's more difficult for you to get to. It's not convenient, okay? The other thing is think about what can you do to maybe bring in some more money to build your savings, even if it's just temporarily because you have zero savings and you're like, oh my word, if something happens, we're screwed. Like, I don't know what we would do. So maybe you DoorDash. Maybe you serve on Friday night, fish fry nights here in Wisconsin. That's what we have, right? Maybe you get a second job working evenings. Maybe you do overnights at Walmart stocking shelves for a little while. Maybe you're babysitting or you're dog walking or, dog sitting. You guys, they make so much money. It's almost mind-boggling to me. Maybe you pick up some overtime. Maybe you're able to donate plasma, or you have a gift. For instance, I have one of my sisters is really, really gifted in organizing. And so she has this side hustle of her little organizing business, and it's phenomenal. She loves it, and it helps supplement income, and it's just like this little extra cash stash, and it works out great for her. What are you good at that someone else could get value from? And then just charge for it. It doesn't have to be a ton. And remember, if you're thinking about this and you're like, oh my gosh, a second job, like my plate's already full and all the things, I am talking about doing something temporarily for a few months to build the savings, and then you can reevaluate if you want to stick with that or, cut that off. But when you're debating about this with yourself, I want you to know the feeling. I want you to imagine the feeling that you would have if you had a savings account. Whether it's $500 in your savings, $1,000, $5,000, I don't know what number would feel good to you. Typically, my clients say, 1,000 feels good, 1,500 feels good. I have one client who likes 3,000. Like, it's all of what makes you feel more secure and good. Okay, so there's not like a right number or anything like that. If it's me personally, in case you're like, well, I have no idea what I should have in my savings and I don't really know what feels good. So if that's you, then what I would suggest is like $1,200 in a savings account until your debt's paid off. 1,200 is a good number. If something happens with the car, if you have a medical expense, if there's something crazy that happens with your house or whatever, you can typically cover that with $1,200. And then pause saving, pay down some debt, and then, save up for maybe you want to take after you have your savings, that'd be a good time to like go on a girls trip if you want, or, have a special dinner out or something like that. And as long as I'm on this train of thought, this isn't something that I plan to share, but I think this is really, really important. Once you hit your savings goal, I want you to celebrate the heck out of that. And also celebrate along the way. So for instance, if your savings goal is this $1,200 and you hit 300 and you're like, oh my gosh, I've never had 300 in my savings. This is like, I just can't believe this. Celebrate that. Spend a day at the coffee shop. Take your girlfriend to lunch. Create 2 hours in your schedule of just quiet time. Take a bath. Whatever lights you up or brings you peace, comfort, joy, do that thing. And then once you hit, maybe it's $800 or $500, and then do something else to celebrate. And then when you hit your big goal, like that 1,200, if that's what your goal is, do something a little bit bigger. Okay? I've celebrated my goals in so many different ways and milestones, from buying my favorite socks on Amazon to taking a girlfriend to lunch to what else have I done? Getting a new book on Amazon. Like, there's so many ways to celebrate, and they don't have to be expensive, but it's powerful because when we celebrate ourselves, it trains our minds to remember, like, oh wait, I did that. That's pretty cool. Like, I'm kind of a rock star. I'm celebrating now. So don't discount the power of celebrating your milestones and your savings and whatever. Okay? Okay, I'm going to wrap this up, and I'm just going to loop back to the thing that this might be even more than 3 tips. I said 3 tips, but then I kind of went on a tangent. And I just want to reiterate that you must have the belief that you are worthy and capable of having a savings account. If that is something that you're struggling with, reach out to me in the DMs, please, on Instagram at Jen Piala. I'm here to support you, to encourage you, to all the things. I don't want you to feel like you're in this money struggle alone. I'm here. Okay? So I will see you in my DMs. Until next time.